Well, it look like we got a terrible show and possibly a terrible pay-per-view tomorrow. I'm the Godfather Soldier and Swimming. Name my topic tonight is called Nasty and Nonsense in Newark, New Jersey. Will SummerSlam be good? Um, SummerSlam night one be any good tomorrow night? Be any good tomorrow night? And will SummerSlam be any good? SummerSlam night two be any good this Sunday night? So much to say. But before I do, I'm gonna up the show with some little bit of music. I'm up the show with the SummerSlam Jam from 1992. SummerSlam Jam. It's part of the WWE's New Generation era. It was on the WWE Superstar CD from 1993. So stick around, right back and get the music playing. I'll be right back. Yep, the SummerSlam jam, all you just heard. Let's get down to business. Tonight's terrible show. WWE Friday Night Smackdown kicks off with an aerial clip of the Mid-Life Stadium, and it cuts to a view of Newark, New Jersey, at the Prudential Center. In the arena, we see the arrivals of Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Leo, Jason Mateo, and Aleister Black, and Damian Priest in the arena. Live in the arena, you'll see a steel cage match hanging above the ring. John Cena's music hits and the lights go out with John Cena written on the screen. Out comes a loud Cena sucks chant from the crowd. As you get in the ring and a mixed chant from the crowd of "Let's go Cena," Cena sucks. He points to Mark Nash, who introduces him as the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time, never seen 17 gracing Newark with his presence one final time, as he is the last real champion, John Cena. Fans continue their chants as he looks at the crowd. Cena is about to speak and we hear Cody's theme as he comes out to the ring. Both men are face to face in the ring, and the fans chant and the fans sing Cody, 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 Cody Rhodes. Cena puts his finger up and says, "Cody Rhodes, I told you that I was exhausted." Cena begins to tell him that a match at SummerSlam will be too difficult for him, but I did not listen. He assaulted him, forged his signature, and forced him into one of the most dangerous matches in WWE. On one of his grandest stages for his biggest championships, he tells Cody that he's one thing to say to him. His ass, "Thank you," because that was the boot to it. I thought it was like a face turner where I was wrong. He said because that it was the boot in the ass that he did. And then we hear the boos. Cena says for 25 years, day in and day out, he forged a reputation off hard work, honesty, and respect. And now he now realizes that 5 months ago he flushed it down the toilet, chasing for someone's idea to make their shocking TV. They did. But dust settles, and everyone goes back to their normal lives. And when the ones who were on his team left, and they left him trying to pretend that he is someone that he's not. He raises the title and says he wants to leave with that after his last match. He wants to take the title home with him. But it's not because he wants to ruin wrestling. It's because he loves wrestling. It's because after he's gone, he doesn't want the fans to forget about him. He was so hung up in how he might see him tomorrow. You got to realize how stupid he looks today. And everyone had tried to tell him, but he didn't listen. Cody tried to tell him, but he didn't listen. He says Cody did what a good friend should do. He forced him to face it, but he forced him to a fight. He says the fight will be brutal. He will dig down and be who he really is. He tells Cody to mark his calendar. Saturday, August 1st, 2025. Newark, New Jersey. The days that Cena came back to WWE. What? He says he doesn't know who leaves with it on Sunday, but he knows who wins. Yeah, everyone. Yes, everyone. He is finally over his own BS. We finally get to see Cody Rhodes against the greatest of all time at his best, with something to prove. In the main event street fight, which Cody wanted, he tells Cody, "If you want some, come get some." He says on Sunday, the only platinum rapper showing up to whip his ass is him. Cena, it says, the champ is here, and raises his title in the air, and fans going crazy. Cody grabs 2 beers, looks at Cena and tells him, "Welcome back, John Cena." He hands Cena a beer, and Cena looks around. He shakes his hand, and they toast and drink. Cena raises the beard in the air, and Cody leaves the ring. Cody looks at Cena, and Cody heads to the back. A loud Cena chant from the crowd. He stands on the second rope with the title and hits his music. Cena walks to the back and shaking the hands of the fans. We cut to Wade and Joe as Wade is hesitant that Cena is back. The cameras cut to the scenes from earlier today. It said Jell-O training in the ring, and in comes Logan Paul, who tells the trainers in the ring that they are doing the Lord's work. Jell-O tells them to get in the ring, and he does. Before the first thing I want to say is this: that segment was stupid right there. That segment. I thought Cena was just Cody Rhodes was gonna pull a Stone Cold on John Cena, do like a little finishing move, but they had to toast to each other, and then Cena had to walk out of the ring, giving everyone high fives, and that doesn't make any sense. So it looks like Cena's not gonna retire. What shit what that was. We cut to Wade Barrett. I think it looks like Cena's not going to retire. Yeah, we cut to Wade and Joe, and Wade says he is hesitant that Cena's back. Now, camera cuts to the scenes from earlier today. We see Jelly Roll training in the ring, and in comes Logan Paul, who tells the trainers that in the ring that they are doing the Lord's work. Jelly Roll tells him to get in the ring, and he does. And by the way, one other thing, I'm gonna get all of you my SummerSlam Smackdown predictions for the Smackdown brand. Doing the Lord's work, and Jelly Roll tells him to get in the ring, and he does. Jelly Roll gets him in the corner, but in comes Drew McIntyre, who breaks it up, and pushes Logan Paul into Jelly Roll to grab Jelly Roll and Drew hits Jelly Roll with a Claymore kick. WWE trainers get in the ring and break it up. Pathetic. There's gonna be some ass kicking later. Women's U.S. Championship, Julia with Kiana James versus Zelina Vega. The bell rings and we're underway. Both women exchange reversals and Julia trips Vega down. She goes for the cover, but Vega kicks out. Julia with chops to the chest. She lands on a suplex, but loose suplex. She goes for the cover, but Vega kicks out. Julia to the ropes, but Vega slams her down. And Julia to the outside of the ring. Vega on the apron, and she lands on the double knees to the face. This one finish up. Commercial break. Go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Julia slams Vega face first onto the mat. She goes for cover, but Vega kicks out. She lifts Vega up for a suplex, but Vega rolls her into a cover. Julia kicks out. Vega with a kick followed by a clothesline. Vega with a back suplex and Julia down in the corner. Vega with a running double knees to the face. Vega climbs to the second rope and jumps. Julia moves out of the way. Vega lands on her feet and Julia with a boot to the face. Julia places Vega on the top rope and Julia climbs to the second rope. Vega slides under and she lands on a German suplex. Vega goes for the cover, but Julia kicks out. The fans chant, "This is awesome." Vega climbs to the top rope, but Julia slows her down with the right hand. Julia with a butterfly suplex off the top rope, followed by a knee to the face. Julia lifts Vega up, and she lands on a Northern Lights bomb. Julia goes for the cover, but Vega kicks out. Julia goes for another Northern Lights bomb, but Vega reverses into a cover, but Julia kicks out. Julia goes for a clothesline. Vega ducks and lands a back cracker. Vega climbs to the top rope and goes for a moonsault, but Julia gets her knees up. Julia with a Northern Lights bomb. She goes for the cover and gets the pin. Winner is Julia. He cut backstage and Kathy Kelly was Souls yoking the MFTs. He tells her that he is worried about his title and his MFTs. He says tonight Jimmy is going to get a big boot in his mouth from Tonga. He says tonight is about sending a message. He says, get in where you fit in. Yada means yada mean, and they walk away. Kathy says she doesn't know what he means. AAA World Tag Team Championships Open Challenge: Berto and Angel with Santos Escobar versus Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown. Legado del Fantasma in the ring, and Escobar says it's time for everyone to stand up and show respect for the AAA World Tag Team Champions. He says they demand respect, not that they are familiar with that. He issues the open challenge, and then comes Mr. Iguana and Psycho Clown. The bell rings and run away. Angel and Psycho Clown start the match. Psycho Clown with a Hurricanrana followed by a right hand. Psycho Clown with a springboard crossbody. He knocks Berto off the apron and lands on a backbreaker onto Angel. A super kick by Psycho Clown, and in comes Berto, but he is hit with a right hand, a forearm onto Angel followed by a splash. He goes for a cover, but Angel kicks out. The fans chant Iguana, and Berto is tagged in. Berto trips Psycho Clown down onto the mat and hits him with right hands. A kick to the side of the head by Berto and Angel is tagged in. They double team Psycho Clown. Angel goes for the cover, but Psycho Clown kicks out. A snapmare by Angel's followed by a drop kick. Goes for the cover, but Psycho Clown kicks out. Psycho Clown to the ropes, but Psycho Clown with a kick to the face. Berto is tagged in and he grabs Psycho Clown by the leg, but Psycho Clown makes the tag, and Iguana is tagged in. Mr. Iguana with a head scissor takedown followed by a helicopter kick. He gets Iguana in his hand, and in comes Angel, who goes for a right hand, but the Iguana grabs and stops him. He tries to bounce off the top rope and loses his footing, but lands on his feet. He throws Angel and Berto to the outside. Mr. Iguana goes for a splash, but Los Scars will catch him. Psycho Clown goes for a splash, but they throw Mr. Iguana into him. Berto slams Psycho Clown down, and Angel is tagged in. They grab Mr. Iguana and place him on the top rope. Los Scars are in the second rope, and they land on the MTY. Berto goes for the cover, but Mr. Iguana kicks out. Psycho Clown is tagged in. He goes for a crossbody, but Los Scars will catch him. They land on the MTY. Berto goes for cover and gets the pin. Winners still AAA World Tag Team Champions Los Garza. We cut to Kathy Kelly, who's backstage with Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. They tell her that anything they have to say, they will say in the ring tonight. That was corny. Match was really corny tonight. Then go to commercial break. Video package hyping up the TLC Tag Team Championship match airs for SummerSlam. Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. The bell rings to run away. Priest with a hip toss, but Black gets back to his feet and lands a kick. Black goes for another kick, but Priest blocks it, and Priest lands kicks. He goes for another kick, but Black rolls to the outside of the ring. Priest to the outside, and he jumps off the steel steps, landing a double X. He throws Black into the ring. Priest on the apron. Black with a kick. Black with a running splash over the top rope onto Priest on the outside. Back from go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Black with a running knee to the face. He goes for the cover, but Priest kicks out. Black goes for another kick, but Priest blocks it. Priest with a right hand followed by a flapjack. Priest grabs Black by the arm and he walks to the top rope, landing a crossbody. Priest to the top ropes. He lands on a clothesline. He goes for a cover, but Black kicks out. Priest goes for a razor's edge, but Black with a kick. Priest with a kick, and Black falls to the outside out of the ring. Priest to the outside, and Black with a knee to the face. Black gets on the top rope. He goes for a moonsault. Priest moves out of the way. Black lands on his feet, and Priest pushes Black onto the announce table. Priest clears the announce table with Black down. Priest turns around, and Black throws a steel chair onto Priest as the referee calls for the bell. Winner by DQ, Damian Priest. Aleister Black with right hands, but the referee breaks it up. But Black grabs the steel chair and he hits Priest with it across the back. The referee takes the chair back from Black, but grabs Priest and he slams him head first into the steel steps. He stands Priest up, and Black lands on the Black mask. Tiffany Stratton is backstage, and in comes Jade Cargill, who tells Tiffany that she didn't need her help last week. Tiffany tells her she didn't want any excuses for SummerSlam. Jade tells her she does not have to worry about anyone or any cash in tomorrow. Commercial break. Tala Tonga with Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy Uso. Bell rings are underway. Jimmy with chops to the chest, followed by a right hand. He gets Tala in the corner, and Jimmy with right hands, and Tala to the corner. Jimmy on the second rope, and he jumps Tala with a right hand, Tala with a clothesline, followed by a leg drop. Tala runs towards Jimmy, but Jimmy moves out of the way. Tala lands on the ring apron, and Jimmy lands a kick to the side of the head. Jimmy with a suicide dive, but Tala stays on his feet. Then we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Jimmy chops to the chest, but Tala with a chop. Tala with a forearm to the face. He goes for a splash in the corner, but Jimmy moves out of the way. Jimmy with a kick followed by a right hand. He tries to lift Tala up, but Tala with a right hand followed by a kick to the face. Jimmy on the ring apron. He lands on a kick to the side of the head. Jimmy climbs to the top rope but jumps, but Tala catches him. He goes for a choke slam, but Jimmy lands on his feet. Jimmy with a super kick. He clotheslines Tala to the outside. Solo gets to the ring apron, but Jimmy knocks him down. Tala gets in the ring, and Jimmy hits him with a spear. Jimmy climbs to the top rope and goes for a splash, but Tala gets his arm up. Tala lifts him up and lands on a chokeslam. Tala goes for a cover and gets the pin. Winner, Tala Tonga. Out come JC Mateo and Tonga run down to the ring. They begin stomping on Jimmy as Solo asks for a steel cage to be lowered down. Solo was about to go for a solo spike, but out comes Jacob Fatu, who gets in the ring as the cage lowers. Solo opens the door as he and Tala Tonga leave the cage. Fatu with super kicks onto JC and Tama Tonga. Fatu with a Samoan drop onto Tama Tonga. He lands running him attack onto JC Mateo and Tama Tonga. Fatu with a moonsault onto both men. Kathy Kelly was backstage with Queen Charbot and Alexa Bliss. Flair says she did not have her and Bliss as a tag team on her bingo card for 2025, but there they are. Bliss takes it as a compliment, and she says that Flair does not like to use the F word. Flair tells her they should win the tag team titles first. Terrible tag team, in my opinion. Flair's gonna stab Bliss in the back. Bet you. Just watch. Because her ego. Logan Paul's music hits, and out he comes. He stands on the stage as Drew's music hits. Both men get in the ring, and Logan tells the fans that they have the two best wrestlers in the industry, trying to defend the company from outsiders. Logan says no one understands what it means to compete at SummerSlam. Rich Jellero thought it was a hot dog eating contest. He says he and Drew have dedicated their entire lives for this, and they are sick of these outsiders making a name for themselves elsewhere and want to use WWE as a stepping stone. That is impossible to do unless you are Logan Paul. Tells Jelly Roll that Jelly Roll is an outsider, not a wrestler. He is a country star, not a superstar. He will never ever belong in WWE. Drew tells Randy that whatever happens to Smelly Hole tomorrow is on him. Just because Jelly Roll asked for a match does not mean he should giving him one. Drew says you only talk to God when you need a favor. He says Orton is selfish having God on speed dial because he is facing Drew. Wow. Stupid comment. We see a car pull into the arena and steps out Jelly Roll. Drew tells him that a match is not happening. He comes out. Jelly Roll taps on the hood of the car and out steps Randy Orton. Both men begin walking out of the ring as Orton music hits. Nick Aldis comes out trying to stop it, but Orton and Jelly Roll keep walking down to the ring. They get in the ring as all four men begin to fight. WWE security run down to break it up. Logan Paul rolls to the outside of the ring, and Randy Orton kicks Drew in the outside. Security breaks it up, and the fans chant Randy. The fans cheer and Randy Orton hits the RKO on two of the security guards in the ring. He stops in third, and Jelly Roll's chokeslams the security guard. Orton's music hits as Smackdown goes off the air. And that was terrible, really terrible tonight. I don't think so. This is going to be a terrible SummerSlam tomorrow. Terrible. This is going to be a really terrible SummerSlam. Night 1 tomorrow and some for night 2. Now I'm going to give all someone I didn't mention, forgot to mention. I'm sorry. I'm going to give all you my predictions for the Smackdown brand. Here we go. Okay, this is for the Smackdown brand. Okay. Tag team match: Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. I'm gonna say Orton and Roll. Singles match for the SmackDown Women's Championship: Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. I'm gonna say Jade Cargill. And let's see what else. Sioka versus Jacob Fatu. I say Jacob retains. I say Jacob gets it back. Next one, the Wyatt Six versus Andrade, Ray Fiends versus DIY versus Street Profits. I'm gonna say Moshi Machine Guns. No, I know. Yeah, well, I say Moshi Machine Guns, but I think Y6 is gonna retain. And let's see. Let's see. The Judgment Days: Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for the Women's Tag Team Championship. I say Raquel and Roxanne, but I think yeah, I'll say Raquel and Roxanne retains, and I think Charlotte Flair might turn on Alexa, because everybody knows that Charlotte cares about no one, about her ego. Everyone knows that. Next one, the main event right here, for night two. For yeah, this is for night two at Undisputed WWE Undisputed World Wrestling Entertainment title for Street Fight, Cena versus Rhodes. I think Cena, I say Cody Rhodes, but who knows? I don't know if Cena might retain. Probably might be interference, and I think Cena. This really doesn't make sense. I mean, how come we haven't seen The Rock and Travis Scott lately? I mean, this makes no sense here. This makes no sense here. I mean, who knows, right? About this. Who knows? I got that cover right there. All you know is time for. All you know is time for. It's time for something I like to do. It's time for. It's time for. It's time for Justin's Time History, all the wrestling birthdays, timeline history, and wrestling birthdays, wrestling history, and culture, and all that crap. I mean, some stuff like that. All you hear that thing is the thing from Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. It celebrated its 40th anniversary earlier this year on July 3rd, 2025, because the movie was released July 3rd, 1985. So let's get down to business. Let's go to yesterday, July 31st. One second. Okay. Yesterday was a happy '63rd birthday to John Laurinaitis. People power. Some of you know it's Johnny Ace. Was the Raw General Manager. Road Warrior Animal's brother. Late Road Warrior Animal's brother. Yesterday was a happy 56th birthday to Kid Cash, TNA, ECW, WWE. Okay, Max Caster, he turned 36 yesterday. And Eric Watts, different. This is a different guy. Actually, he turned 40 yesterday. Yesterday was a happy 63rd birthday to pop culture. Yesterday was a happy 63rd birthday to one of my favorite actors, Wesley Snipes. Some of you know from New Jack City, Passion 57, Jungle Fever, Mobile Blues, Drop Zone, Demolition Man, Blade Series. So many movies. And let's see. Let's go to July 31st. And on WCW Prime, Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Dino Casanova. I think Chris Sawyer defeated Frank Anderson. I think the Renegade defeated Bobby Starr. And the video shows Hulk Hogan in Dungeon of Doom. Late Hogan, God rest his soul, who we just lost. We just lost on 24th. Hogan died. Yeah, July 24th of this year. And I think Shark Boy and Kamal defeated Terry Morgan and Tom Torres. And I think Nasty Boys and Bunkhouse Buck and Dick Slater fought in the draw. And Bubba Rogers defeated Mark Starr. And on WWE Monday Night Raw, WWE Monday Night Raw, yeah, this was hyping up SummerSlam 95. King Mabel defeated Nick Barbary. Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Bob Cook. Skip defeated Major Yates. Savio Vega and Razor Ramon defeated Owen Hart and Yokozuna by countout. And let's see. And on WWE Sunday Night Heat, the Rob Conway defeated Rosie with Super Stacy. Johnny Parisi defeated Matt McChesney. Renee Dupree defeated the Hurricane with Super Stacy. And 2015 pop culture, a couple of movies released in theaters nationwide. called Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. I love that movie. Starring Tom Cruise, reprising roles Ethan Hunt, Jeremy Renner. Also stars Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, Burke Ferguson, Sean Harrison, and Alec Baldwin. This is the fifth installment in the Mission Impossible series. Yep, fifth installment. Yep, this was. Indeed it was. Now let's go to 2000. Today's August the 1st. Okay, Devon Dudley of the Dudley Boys, he turns 53. David Boy Smith Jr. turns 40, son of David Boy Smith, British Bulldog. Turns 40 today. Prince Ikea turns 61 today. Turns 75 today. Carmelo Hayes turns 31 today. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. Okay. On this day on ECW Hardcore TV. ECW Hardcore TV. See a despicable act by Nancy Benoit. Nancy, so we know is woman. Yeah, despicable act right here. Yeah, yeah, despicable act by Nancy Benoit. She Yeah, Mikey goes on attack on Sandman onto the floor efforts to start the title match. It was a title match. Yeah, Michael Rip Rap won a Battle Royal to earn an ECW World Title match, and then Michael goes on an attack on Sandman to start on the floor to start the title match. Michael gets a near fall with a drop kick in the ring. Sandman avoids a third drop kick and attempts to causing Whipwreck hits on the canvas hard. Whipwreck fights back in spinning heel kick, but is met with a punch in the midair after he came off the middle rope. Whipwreck hits a double axe handle in the follow-up with a leg drop. Sandman doesn't seem all that bothered by the offense and works over Mikey until Whipwreck runs out of the corner to deliver a bulldog. Whipwreck spikes Sandman with a power driver. Mikey heads to the top rope, but he slips off the top and crashes the canvas, and Sandman takes advantage of that and pins Whipwreck to retain the title. After the match, Sandman and women enter the ring to give the 10 lashes to Mikey, which is despicable. Mikey assumes the position, and Sandman begins to deliver the lashes. The referee says that Whipwreck doesn't have to do this and offers to take them. Woman doesn't like that and says the referee doesn't have good enough money or fan support. She wants Whipwreck to take the lashes. The ring announcer offers to take the lashes, but the woman says that's not good enough either. Bill Fonzo comes out and reminds us that the loser had to take 10 lashes with the cane. She counted as Whipwreck is being carried out from the ring. Fonzo wants the other 3 lashes to happen. She claims fraud and false advertising. Whipwreck doesn't take out the other lashes. Sandman leaps over the top rope to deliver another cane shot. Sandman wrecks Todd Gordon and Marty Jannetty, who was protecting Whipwreck. And Marty Jannetty cuts promo to end the program. But Jannetty says he used to have the respect for Sandman. Mikey Whipwreck is next to Marty. Marty says he did what he did to Whipwreck was sick and calls Sandman a pig. Whom he doesn't respect. Jannetty will not back down from any fight, and that Sandman is going to see a side that nobody has ever seen. Marty says he is going to kick Sandman's ass and tells Mikey he's a brave man. Mikey says my mom is going to kill me. Mikey talks about Sabu forgetting the fans and Shane Douglas to wuss out the WWF, which is now WWE, World's Worst Wrestling Entertainment. He says he has seen Taz get hurt and he knows that he can really get hurt. Mikey says it's time that he takes Sandman to the extreme. Yeah. Now let's go to Monday, August the 1st, 2005, Monday Night Raw. Shall we? Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, WWF. Okay. You see, this was the August 1st, 2005 edition of Monday Night Raw, the Mohegan Sun, at the in Uncannabisville, Connecticut, and we see in this segment here, we see Chris Jericho. Well, this is what actually happened this night on Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna show it to you.
Chris Jericho.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still upset that we didn't get to hear Jericho and Fozzy perform last week. he's saving one of his greatest hits for SummerSlam, don't you?
Got that right.
Now, being the pure genius that I am, over the last couple weeks, I concocted a plan along with our highly esteemed general manager, Mr. Eric Bischoff. A plan that's designed to see the end of the embarrassment that is John Cena's WWE Championship reign.
Embarrassment.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And as you can see, the plan is going swimmingly. It's perfect. Oh yeah, take last week for example. We exposed John Cena as the fraud that he is, both in the ring and out of the ring. I mean, come on. We all saw John's performance at the Battle of the Bands. I mean, Stingaroo! It was rotten. That wasn't rap. No. That was crap. Oh. You know I'm telling the truth. And furthermore, later on that night, Mr. Bischoff made a match between young M. Cena and Carlito that saw Carlito earn himself a WWE Championship match when he won. Oh, and it was all due to the unbiased officiating of the fairest, best referee of all time, moi. As a matter of fact, my performance was so off the charts, I want to share the love with all of you. Monkeys in the truck, roll the footage. Let's see it. He goes. Bam! Bam! Ow. No, that's going to leave a mark. Look at that. Perfect. And there's Carlito. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Carlito.
Here is your winner, Carlito.
That was a bit of pure beauty right there. I mean, that was a night to remember in referee history, now wasn't it? But now John Cena, he's in a little bit of a conundrum. He could lose his WWE title tonight to Carlito. It could happen. But even though he may lose, I remain the big winner because I'm going to beat either one of those two. I'm going to walk out of SummerSlam, the new WWE champion, with the title right where it belongs, around this gorgeous waist. Boo me if you want to, but remember this. Cena, you are nothing but a brown-nosing thug. And you have no idea who you're dealing with. I am going to tear you apart at SummerSlam. And the pain you felt when I kicked you in the plums is nothing compared to the pain you're gonna feel when I walk out of SummerSlam with the championship with me.
Reign was about to come to an end, and so help
me God, it's going to come to an end tonight.
Right.
So here's what I'm going to do, Cena. Just to make sure you don't try to hold on to that title by getting yourself disqualified or counted out. I'm going to assign another special guest referee, somebody who's got experience at calling it right down the middle. And that special referee is none other than Chris Jericho!
Oh my God! I love it! I love it! The man's a genius! The man is a genius! What hope does John Cena have in retaining the WWE title? What chance does Cena have tonight? Look at his face! Look at the look on his face! That tells it all right there! If John Cena's the champion, we all know that he is. He should have no trouble in defeating Carlito with Chris Jericho calling it right down the middle. Now you're punk. But I don't think Jericho's going to call it right down the middle. He certainly did not last week. And the bottom line is, whatever Cena gets, Cena damn well deserves to get.
Well, yep, that was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, and you got Cena. So, I mean, acting like ass, but this make no sense. I mean, by tonight on Monday Smackdown, and well, let's see, and what else happened on Monday Night Raw. Same night. Yes, right, yeah, Eugene Invitational. And Kurt Angle came out here, and then we see the return to Tonka. Here it is.
Medalist tonight. Look at that. Yeah, that part's nice. Eugene bringing out Christy Hemme. Wow.
The following is a Eugene Gold Medal Invitational. Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 242 pounds, Eugene.
You know, if Eugene is somebody's hero, then that man probably doesn't have very high aspirations for himself in life. Well, I gotta admit, no other WWE superstar has gone further with less middle equipment than Eugene. Isn't this an embarrassment to his Uncle Eric? Embarrassment to a lot of us. Look at him waving that. The sad thing is, gold medal, fellas. I know it's a gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who returned to Raw to outlast Kurt Angle and win the gold medal, Eugene.
Christy, can I play with your pom-poms?
Eugene, actually, you have a match. So, please welcome the first ever Eugene Invitational, and let's bring out the hometown hero.
Hometown hero here. Where are we in Mohegan Sun? It's Hugginsville, Connecticut. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, here's a hero. Hey, Kurt Angle from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It don't matter. He's everybody's hero. He's an American hero. Hey, I love Pittsburgh, but we're not in Pittsburgh tonight. We're in the Mohegan Sun. We'll be there next week, as a matter of fact, in Pittsburgh. These fans, Coach. I know. I've always said they have no respect for how great of an athlete and a superstar Kurt Angle really is. It's embarrassing. It's disrespectful.
All right, Eugene, enough's enough.
What's your name and where are you from?
Oh, oh no.
You know damn well
What's your name and where are you from?
Give me back my...
What's your name and where are you from?
Kurt Angle! My name is Kurt Angle, and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
This is not Pittsburgh.
No.
This is Mohegan Sun. And you are not a hometown boy.
Hold on a second. Last week, you weren't from Cleveland, but I pretended that you were.
Last week of pretend, but this week of real.
Real. You want to talk about real? Eugene, you're pretending to be an Olympic gold medalist, for God's sake.
You are.
And besides, this is Mohegan Sun. This is an Indian reservation. What hometown hero could possibly be from here? Who? Tonto? You tell me. So it looks like you don't have a choice.
I think Eugene's confused.
Well, what else is new?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna referee Jack Doan getting ready to call for the bell here. And what the hell is that? Wait a minute! It is Tonto! It is not! It's Tatanka! I don't believe what I'm seeing here. Tatanka! He's a Native American.
Well, we know that, but Tatanka's not from Mohegan Sun either.
He's a Lumbee Indian. I thought he went out with City Ball. What's Tatanka doing back here?
He did. I hated him back then. I still do. Oh, look at Eugene. He's actually excited about the fact that Tatanka is out here.
Hey, Eugene's a big fan of the WWE and has been for years. I'm sure he has seen Tatanka wrestle many times. He's excited about the opportunity, is Eugene. Oh, this is... You think Tatanka's really from Mohegan Sun?
No, of course not, King.
But Eugene doesn't know anything about geography. He thinks El Salvador is a Mexican bullfighter. Okay, this is terrible. This is an Indian reservation. Tatanka is a Native American, a Lumbee Indian. A what? A Lumbee Indian. Lumbee?
Don't try to spell that.
We're in Lumberton, North Carolina, and the hard elbow tie. Now, the rules here is that if Tatanka can last the 3 minutes against Eugene, then Tatanka will then win the Kurt Angle's gold medal that Eugene now is in possession of.
Well, then we have a Tatanka invitation. I mean, this thing is already very early getting out of hand.
Certainly like Tatanka to take down. I don't know. What was Eugene thinking? Overhand wrist lock into the arm drag, and Eugene taking down Tatanka. Tatanka certainly abiding by the rules of Kurt Angle, more than an interested bystander on the outside.
And more than annoyed on the outside.
You can say that again.
I mean, he has to actually look across the ring at Christy Hemme in that ridiculous cheerleading outfit wearing his gold medal.
Nice chain wrestling by Tatanka, showing little signs of ring rust. Last time we saw him was many years ago.
Well, Christy may have a ridiculous cheerleading outfit on, but I'd still like to play with a pom-pom.
Okay.
Look out now. Eugene taking down Tatanka, dropping the arm. The leg on the arm and got a near fall.
Yeah, how long are we going to go along with this charade? I mean, am I the only one that thinks the Eugene Invitational is ridiculous?
No, I gotta agree.
Thank you.
It's more than ridiculous. Oh, listen.
Why is it ridiculous?
Because Eugene is not a gold medalist.
Not even close.
But that was the prize.
He couldn't even tell you what that medal is made out of.
Hard knife edge chop.
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about a Eugene Invitational much longer.
Reminiscent of the late great Wahoo McDaniel, that knife edge chop taking down Eugene. And
What is this, a war dance?
Tatanka's about a minute change away from leaving with Kurt Angle's gold medal. And what a return it would be for Tatanka if that were to occur.
Boy, this is smart. You're out of the ring for a long, long time, and then you go to the high rent district.
Look out! That's it! Tomahawk chop may be it there. The cover is Eugene kicking out at 55 seconds left in this time limit. Oh no! Eugene sliding out the back door, and Eugene. Look at this! Ankle slam!
An ankle slam? It was a modified angle slam. That was
Exactly like he's pulling the straps down like Kurt Angle.
And now Eugene is emulating Kurt Angle. There's the ankle lock. What in the world? The ankle lock applied to Tatanka and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle assaulting
If Kurt Angle was furious before, I can only imagine what is going through his veins right now, having to look at that wearing his gold medal. I don't even want to justify what Eugene is because I don't even know what he is. He's certainly not an Olympic gold medalist, JR.
But he's in possession of an Olympic gold medal.
Kurt, sorry to bother you. Just want to get your reaction of what happened with Eugene's gold medal tonight.
What'd you say? Eugene's gold medal.
Yeah.
His gold medal. Eugene doesn't have any damn gold medal. That gold medal's mine. That gold medal's stolen. Eugene's little masquerade of being an Olympic gold medalist is coming to an end next week in my hometown, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Because next week, I really will be the hometown hero. And I don't care if he brings Tatanka, Tonto, the whole damn tribe. I'm gonna win my Olympic gold medal back. Not only that, I'm gonna break Eugene's freaking ankle. Eugene may be special, but next week, I'm about to make him really special. If you know what I mean.
Yep. That was another Raw special for 20 years ago, and here's one special moment, epic moment from WWE that you might remember: the return of Matt Hardy